experiences. On long journeys, it can lead to exhaustion, fear of failure, depression. So you have to challenge your mind to meet these obstacles. And on that one journey, you meet that one obstacle that challenges you so hard, it makes you want to give up. It'll make you want to turn back, but that's the moment when you have to fight the hardest, because sometimes you have to get knocked down before you can figure out what your fight is and how you need to fight it. As a Black African Nova Scotian woman born from immigrant parents trying to carry on their legacy, I too went through my own challenges, and I'm so proud of what I accomplished. Graduates, I need you to look at what you have been brought through and what you have conquered. There is a purpose in each and every one of you. And sometimes you have to experience that sting of failure in order to unveil the true purpose that is waiting for you.
Hi guys, my name is Oratilee. Everyone calls me Tilly. I'm doing this video for Barry's channel. So everyone that's on Barry's channel, hello. I'm from Botswana originally, but I grew up here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I went to St. Mary's University, and I just recently graduated in May. And I graduated with a Bachelor's of Commerce degree, majoring in marketing and entrepreneurship. Class of 2023 valedictorian, might I just add. But yeah, I'm just here to talk about my university experience. Post-grad has not been the easiest for me. Let me tell you guys something. They don't warn you about post-grad depression. They actually don't tell you about post-grad and what you actually go through. Guys, let me tell you something. Poor Billy. Billy's actually been thrown around. Let me tell you something. Yeah, you see, I don't even have words to describe to you. It is August. Still looking for a job. But you know what? In due timing, it's coming. My season is coming. I'm taking this time now to rest because university really took out everything in me, which I'm going to talk about in this video. Barry has sent me some questions to answer. So we're just going to have some fun, and I'm going to answer the questions. So the first question is, what are 3 words that you would use to define your time at university and why? It's been exhausting. Just kidding. The first word that I would use actually is exhausting. University definitely takes out a lot in you because, guys, the beginning of the semester is fine, right? The beginning of the semester is fine. It's chill. It's whatever. You know, you're getting to know your professors, getting to know like your school and like everyone around you. And then out of nowhere, it just goes like that. Like if you miss one class, you're struggling to catch up. And that's why I say exhausting, because like you finish one assignment for one class and you gotta go to the next class to do that assignment. Then you gotta go to the next class to do that reading. And then on top of that, you know, you're working, you still gotta maintain some sort of social life, even if it's like not significant, but university is exhausting. The next word that I would use is eye-opening. Is that 2 words? No, it's hyphenated, so it's 1 word, right? Eye-opening. University definitely expanded my horizons. It made me see things and realize things that I never really realized. That's why, for me personally, I went through a lot of character development during university. If you saw me first year and then you saw me 4th year, anyways, the OGs in my life know it. Yeah, university has been definitely eye-opening. Just seeing different experiences, whether it be like through like school work or just like the atmosphere or like the social aspect of it, was definitely eye-opening. It made me change my what's it called, English. It made me change my take. It made me change my take on a lot of different situations and topics that you grow up learning something a certain way, and then you go to university and it just completely, you just do a whole 180, and it's just like, I don't think that anymore. But definitely eye-opening. The last word that I would use to describe my university experience is definitely fun. Honestly, like some people just didn't like university. I loved it. I had the most fun in university. I think also it kind of just depends on like your personality. I'm already a super outgoing person. It doesn't matter who you are, I will have a conversation with you. Like I will literally stop. My friends tell me that they can't walk with me in the library because I will stop to talk to at least 3 people. That's just me. So I found it fun, especially when you like get involved with different things and you just like, I don't know. Yeah, university was fun for me. I'm not gonna lie. I had my best memories, my best moments in university. But yeah, those are my 3 words: exhausting, eye-opening, and fun. All right, so the next question is, if you could go back, what would you change about those 4 years? If I could go back, I wouldn't want to go back, first of all. First and foremost, first year, yeah. No. If I could go back to any one of my years, actually, I think that I would go back to my second year. First year was okay. You know, you graduated, you have high school, and then we went into first year, but then COVID happened. So my second semester, my first year, half of it I was online and I was at home. Second year, I would go, actually, honestly, I lied. I wouldn't go back and change anything. I think everything for me happened for a reason. The mountains that I had to climb during university, especially second year and third year, shaped me into the person that I am today. Oh my days, I know that if I didn't go through those obstacles, listen, I'm a Christian. The Bible verse that says, no weapons formed against me shall prosper. Let me tell you something, yeah? Them weapons formed against me, they were prospering. Anyways, but let me just say, yeah, I wouldn't change anything, honestly. Everything happened for a reason. The mountains that I climbed, the classes that I failed, the friendships that I lost, everything shaped me into the person that I am today, and I'm better for it. So I really wouldn't go back and change anything about my university experience. I definitely probably would have been a little bit more focused, but we'll get into that. So the next question is, what qualities have you cultivated during those 4 years, and how do you think such qualities would be valuable today? I think the first quality that I definitely gained over the 4 years is self-confidence. Like I said, I have gone through a dramatic character development. And when I say confidence, right, I don't mean like looks and how you look and everything. When I say confidence, I mean that self-assuredness in yourself. I mean that, like, I know my values, I know what I bring to the table. Just being sure in yourself and your abilities. I used to, like, first year, I was very like, I didn't have a backbone. Like, I had no boundaries. I let people walk all over me. And even though I was that fun, you know, I've always been like the outgoing fun person, I just still, because I was too nice, I let people walk all over me. I let friends, university is where you will actually lose friends. And honestly, guys, sometimes it's okay. That's why I'm actually grateful for COVID, because COVID really, you know, it isolated me and it made me work on like my strengths. You know what I mean? Like, and it's okay to not be okay at something, but then, okay, bet I'm not okay with at this, but what am I good at? And one of the things I'm really good at is leadership, which is, I guess, my next quality that I gained is leadership. I know that I can bring people together, whether it be like group work. That is definitely where my leadership skills really peaked. Because for some strange reason, if I wasn't with my friends in like a certain class, the professor would put me with the group that doesn't do anything. You know that group, and you make the group chat and nobody wants to talk, nobody wants to do it, and then they show up the day before the assignment's due. But sir, where were you? Because one thing about me, I don't care. If I text you and I message you again, if I message you 3 times and you don't answer, you're automatically off my project. I will email the professor. I will put your full government name and say this person was not there. You will get a 0. That's not my business. Just because you're a C+ student doesn't mean that I am. Can we be serious? This is my degree that I'm paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for. Let's be serious. So anyways, that was like my little rant. But definitely leadership skills. My leadership have definitely peaked. I became president of the Black Student Society, and if you know, you know. If you know, you know. I'll hopefully, like, we get into that into this discussion. But yeah, I became president of the Black Student Society, so that already really that really brought in that self-confidence and that leadership into one, because it's like, okay, boom, these are your strengths. You know how to do this. You know how to bring people together. You know how to plan. Now is your chance to, like, actually show. Do you know what I mean? You have to be confident in yourself, because already as a woman, already as a Black woman, you're already put down. Your self-worth, They will put you down. And so that's when you have to really like show them like, I can do this, and here is why I can do this. You have to be able to put those boundaries. But yeah, those two are definitely the biggest qualities that I've gained over the past 4 years. Definitely self-confidence in who I am, in my abilities and my values, and what I bring to the table, not just in friendships, but like in life in general, because no one's gonna want to hire you if you're, because when they ask you in the interviews like what will you bring to this company, you have to be able to tell them why they should hire you, right? And they want to be able to see that like, okay, this person is confident in themselves, this person knows that like this person can make an effective change in our company. Do you know what I mean? And that's always been my thing. I love change, and I want to be able to show you that like I can bring that to your company, right? So I feel like self-confidence is one of the things I learned. Leadership, someone that can take control of a situation, but not in a bossy way, in a way that like that still promotes teamwork and collaboration, but someone that can guide them. Do you know what I mean? Like a leader shouldn't be bossy. Leader should be someone that can be able to guide and motivate. Do you know what I mean? Like that's why I'm a very happy person. I'm a very like bubbly person. So I want my team to feel safe. I want my team to be able to know that they can be able to come talk to me, but also be in a way that like, okay, boom, like we know we got a good guide, we know we got a good leader. I think I'm blabbing, but yeah. Anyways, my next quality is accountability. Guys, because in high school, teachers remind you about assignments. Do you know what I mean? Teachers remind you about assignments. If they see you in the hallway, they'll tell you to go to class. University, you're on your own. You know what I mean? Like you're responsible of going to class. You're responsible of handing in your assignments. You're responsible of taking notes. You're responsible of paying attention. Now, I know my friends are going to come for me because they're going to say, did you even go to class? Now, did I go to class? Not the point. The point is that even though I didn't go to class, I still kept track of like my assignments and when they were due. Yes, we had times where Victoria would message me and say, did you finish the assignment? And I would say, what assignment? University, anyways. Yeah, I had my moments where I would forget about assignments. I had my moments where I wouldn't go to class, maybe in a few days in a row. However, it's the fact that I was able to say, you know what? I didn't go to class, so this is my consequence with this assignment. This is why this assignment is not a good grade, because you didn't attend class. But it's just having that accountability, knowing to take full responsibility of yourself and your schedule and your course load, because the professors are just there to read off the slides. They're actually not even there to teach. They're there to read off the slides. They're there to get paid and read off the slides. That's what they're there for. It's when you go to them and say, hey, listen, when they see you're making an effort, that's when they become a professor. Before that, they're actually just there to just read off the slides. But that's a conversation for another time. That's a conversation, because why am I finding your whole test on Quizlet? Anyways, moving on. As an individual that took on extracurricular activities, how did you balance such responsibilities? Guys, this past year, I took 6 courses, both semesters. Side note, do not ever do that. Unless you are not working or you're not taking part in extracurricular activities, maybe consider it if you think that you can do it. But if you already know that you're a person that has a lot on their schedule, do not do it. I beg, don't do it. Guys, I was taking 6 courses both semesters. I was the president of the Black Student Society. I was the Black Student Coordinator who was working with the Black Student Advisor. However, the Black Student Advisor left. So they put me in the Black Student Advisor position. On top of that, I was working in retail, and I had like an internship. When I tell you, that's why this break that I'm on is actually okay, because my brain literally had to tell me, sis, you're doing too much, and if you don't take this break right now, you're actually gonna fall into like I was like worn out all the time. So basically, I was taking 6 courses, right? Because I said I'm graduating in May. Sorry, I'm not graduating in September. I'm graduating in May because I got things to do. That's number 1. Number 2, president of Black Student Society. Backstory for anyone that doesn't know, St. Mary's has never had a Black Student Society before. They had African society. They had an African society and a Caribbean society. And it wasn't making sense to have a Black Student Society because sometimes there's some students that don't identify as one or the other. And so it just wasn't making sense to me because every school that I know, whether it be in Canada or not in Canada, they have a Black Student Society, and then it branches off into African and then Caribbean and then, you know, whatever else. So it wasn't making sense for us to not have that. So, you know, a couple of us got together and we're like, it's not making sense. We need to put this in. So we put it in, boom, boom, and then I became president of it. Guys, being president is hard. Being president is hard because if you know already, you know, diversity problems, being heard, I felt that, you know, like we weren't being heard at all. And my goal really for SMU was just to provide a safe space for all Black students. We already go through so much trying to fight and prove ourselves to everyone, whether it be a professor or whether it just be people in our lives. Do you know what I mean? And just to have that safe space where we can all just come together and just be us, just be ourselves was just one of my main goals, right? So I was happy to be the president as well as Black student coordinator / Black student advisor. It took a toll on me. It took a toll on me just because there were some moments where it's like, you can tell, like, I'm just not being heard. And if I'm not being heard, how are my students going to be heard? But anyways, all that, and then working at the same time, you know, then balancing all these assignments and balancing, you know, studying, it was hard. I remember there was one night I just looked at my friend, I just cried. I was like, guys, you know, you could actually see it. Guys, you know how much weight I lost? Do you know how much weight I lost? Guys, I lost so much weight. It's actually crazy. Not because of anything like eating problems. I would just forget to eat. I literally wouldn't have time to eat. I found my moments to eat, but like, yeah. So how I balanced it, I actually had a girl actually ask me that. She DM'd me one day. She was like, hey, you know, like, you know, you don't know me or anything, but, you know, I've been watching you, and I just want some tips, Guys, to be honest with you, there's nothing specific that I did, but if I could restart this year, I know there was a question that said if you could go back, but now that I think about it, if I could restart this year, I would buy a planner. So what I did on my laptop, on my MacBook, I actually, like, in the calendar, I color coded things, right? So I had assignments was one color, assignments due, I had tests were another color, classes were another color, work was another color, a BSU event was one color, a meeting was another color. So I color coded everything and I just put it in my calendar. That way things would pop up, and that actually helped. That helped a lot. So honestly, that's one thing that I did to balance all my responsibilities. I made a calendar. Get a planner. I kind of wish, like, the laptop is fine, but I'm also a very visual person. So I kind of wish that I got like one of those big calendars and like really boldly. So like when I got up or I looked in my room, like I saw it. Not that I actually had to go on my phone to see it or I'd pop up. Because something about me, I'd be having my phone on D&D anyway. So like if a notification popped up on my phone, sometimes I really wouldn't see it. But yeah, definitely, I definitely got a schedule. That's one way that I balanced things. And it also helps when I have, you know, other people around me that are in the same boat as me, because it just kind of like reminds me. So if I have like friends in the same class as me, shout out to the besties that would remind me that we have assignments due. That like, did you hand me my assignment? Also, I kept an open communication with some of my professors. Some of my professors knew that, like, because some of them, they took attendance, which irritated me that they took attendance, because attendance that's 10%. That's an easy, will bump your grade up and down significantly. But I kept an open line of communication with my professors. I would be like, hey, I'm not in class today, I have this. I'm not in class today, I have that. And it was all SMU related things, so they kind of took it easy on me. That's one way I balanced. What is another way that I balanced my responsibilities? Schedule, line of communication. Honestly, I can't even lie to you. Sometimes I would just wing it. Like, people thought I was so put together. Nah, child. Nah, I was not put together. So a lot of days, it was just me just winging it. A lot of days. Also, in the mornings, actually, I would make sure to look at my schedule in the mornings or see what I had to do that day. Or, oh, what am I forgetting? I would do the biggest things first. If I had a really big assignment, I would get that out of the way. Gone, done, bye. I don't want to see it. I want to look at it. I don't want to touch it. Assignments give me anxiety because then it's sitting there and the due date is coming closer and closer and closer. So I would either do it right away or I would do it the night before. I can't even lie. My next question is, if you could give one piece of advice to an incoming first year, what advice would that be? One piece of advice: find your tribe. Sis, find your tribe. And when I say find your tribe, or bro, find your tribe, honestly, for me, I did lose a couple friendships during school year. But when I say find your tribe, find the 2 to 3 people that you can count on the most, because university is such a exhausting experience. It will attack your mental well-being. So definitely find your tribe and keep an open line of communication with your advisors and your professors. Especially if you go to SMU, if you're watching this and you're going to go to SMU, hopefully the Black student advisor is there by the time you watch this video. But like, find those people. Find your Black student advisor or find your advisor, whether you're Black or not. Find your advisor, because they are going to be your best friend during school. Shout out to Emma at St. Mary's University, the BCom advising woman. That person is my superhero. I basically told her what I was doing, what major I was doing, what classes I wanted. I told her like my issues, my problems. Homegirl said, I got you. She basically, third year and fourth year, she basically made my schedule for me. I told her what I wanted. I told her what I needed, and she said, bet. And she helped me with different classes. She helped me, okay, boom, you didn't really do well in this class, but like, there's this class that's kind of similar to the other class that you really did well on. Emma, I don't remember her last name. I want to say Wicks. Wicks sounds familiar. Wicks is in the back of my head. Emma Wicks, SMU BCom advisor, that's my girl. So definitely keep an open communication with your advisors, keep an open communication with your professors, and find your tribe. Find those 2 to 3 people that you're gonna stick by. And when I say stick by, they're gonna reciprocate that energy. The friendship energy that you're giving, they're gonna give it right back, because they're gonna help you keep yourself accountable. They're gonna help you make sure you don't go sane, and they're gonna be your therapists. They really are. Find your tribe and find those advisors. They will actually help you. Guys, I can't stress it. I'm sorry, Billy. I can't stress it. Use your resources at school. For me, I was just like, use your resources. Look at me answering questions from Minerva. That's another thing that I would go back and change. I didn't use enough of my resources. I didn't go to the math help center as much as I should have. I didn't go to the writing center as much as I should have. And I didn't go to my professors as much as I should have. Because when you don't like a professor, you don't want to talk to them. It's like, listen, you stay in your distance, I'll stay in mine. But the professors that I did like, I wish I went to them a little bit more, because I would talk to them. Like I said, I'm a really outgoing person. I'm gonna just say hi to you, say what's up. So I would say hi to them, but I would never actually go to office hours. Guys, use your resources at school, because even though sometimes it just seems like they're actually not there to help you, they are. And I can't stress it. Like, when I actually did start using them, the way that your grades will actually go up is crazy. The way that your GPA will go up is crazy, and you'll notice it. You won't notice it at first, but then the assignments start coming back. They start coming back with 100%, and you're like, wait a minute, because when a professor realizes that you're serious about your work, if you have like a 78, they'll bump it up to an 80. Like, they'll bump up your grade, because it's like, okay, she came to office hours. She's crying over here in my corner, snot going everywhere because she can't understand the question. She doesn't understand the assignment. I'm gonna just bump her up anyways. I can't even shout out to which professor that was, because we're not trying to. You never know. Do you think university prepared you enough for life as a postgraduate? No, it didn't. Do you see me here? It's August 12th. I graduated May 17th. No, it didn't. It didn't prepare me. I've noticed, if you are not a finance accounting major or like engineer, you are not guaranteed a job. You're not guaranteed a job. You're not guaranteed a job. Guys, let me tell you something. Maybe also it could be even that I started late, but I don't remember. If there's anyone that was in my grad class that knows, maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember anyone coming in during, I feel like it should be a thing that, because the job fairs be happening at the end of the school year, like closer to the end of the school year. However, you're having a job fair, but it's for students. Like as in you have to be a student come September, because basically companies get funded from the government to hire a student, right? But then they be doing the postgraduate career job fairs in the summertime, or I know that there's one happening in September. How are you gonna do one in September when I graduated in May? So what am I supposed to be doing from May to September? Bro, they don't prepare you for that. Let me tell you something, guys. I actually went into a depression. I graduated in May, and then I graduated in May, and I said, yeah, I'm gonna take a break. Mind you, I had a job lined up. I did have a job lined up. I followed up with them twice. The way that they ghosted me, and I think that was my thing, because I didn't start. Some people said that you're supposed to start looking for jobs in January. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's why I feel like universities should do job fairs for incoming graduates in January. Do you know what I mean? So that I know what I'm looking for. That's the thing. I don't like, anyways, so I started late because I was basically promised a job and they very much ghosted me. I'm still healing. It's giving PTSD, just kidding. But I'm still healing. But anyways, there's that. So I graduated in May. They ghosted me with the job, and I said, you know what, it's okay, because homegirl, you need to rest anyways. You've just done too much this past year. Like I literally did not have a break. People had to basically schedule to see me. It wasn't making any sense. Talking about, are you free Monday? No, I'm not free Monday. Are you free Tuesday? No, I'm not. There was not a day that I wasn't free. So I said, let me take a break. So I took a break. My birthday was in June. That was great. And then I said, okay, boom. July was here. I said, let's start. There was 1 week where I think it was rejection after rejection after rejection after rejection. And like I told you, I'm very confident in myself, in my abilities, in my work. I know what I bring to the table. I know my skill set. The math wasn't mathing. 2 plus 2 was not equaling 4. I was like, my resume, top notch. I got it redone when I graduated, and I got it professionally done. Like it just wasn't making any sense. It wasn't making any sense. I had, my resume was great. I've done great internships, whatever. It just wasn't making sense. Why? I was just getting rejection after rejection after rejection. And it got to the point where I was like, I need to take a break. Because if I see one more rejection, I might, like, I remember I went over to my best friend's house, and it was even dark because it was like rainy, and we just sat there and we were like, we don't understand. And it would be like proper jobs. I remember this one time I applied for a job. It was a marketing coordinating job, right? Mind you, my major is marketing. I applied for a marketing coordinating job. Mind you, other jobs that I had applied for, I knew that there was like a 50-50 chance that I may or may not get them. But this one, marketing coordinator, let's be serious, because the past 3 internships was a marketing coordinating job. My references were beautiful. I know I did a great job, and I knew the people already knew me. I didn't even make it to the interview round. They even sent me an email talking about sorry. What do you mean sorry? That one messed me. That one messed me up. That one had me in tears. Guys, I remember this one day. I got a phone call, a rejection phone call. Homegirl said, hey, and mind you, she had already interviewed me before for a different job. So I already knew, I could hear it in her voice. I said, all right. I was supposed to go out too with the girls that same afternoon. Excuse me. I got off the phone with her. I said, okay. And my dad came upstairs, and I was telling him, I was by the fireplace, I was telling him, yeah, I didn't get the job. And he stood up to like come hug me, because he could tell. Guys, waterfalls. The way I cried, guys, point of the matter is, University did not prepare me for postgraduate. No one tells you how hard it's going to be after graduation, and now I understand. Now I understand. And everyone's just like, enjoy the break, you're never gonna have it again. Okay, boom, I'm enjoying it, but like there's no money. Like I've got like money's coming out, but nothing is replacing it. Do you know what I mean? Like I can only do so much because it's like the money that I do have, I'm like not trying to spend it all. Do you know what I mean? Like it'd be one thing if I could enjoy the break if I knew that in August or come September I would have a job. If I knew that I would be like that I'd be working in September, I wouldn't care. I would be enjoying the break. I would be going out with the girls every night type thing. I don't know what the future holds, but it's okay. I ranted long enough. I'm at the point now, I'm okay. I'm at the point now I know like in his timing, it's coming. The perfect job is coming for me, the perfect opportunity. Actually, I'm even doing my master's, guys. I'm here talking about jobs. But I have a lot of goals lined up for myself. Big plans are watching. Just wait. Y'all not ready. Y'all not ready for Tilly. Y'all not ready. Anyways, I've got plans coming up and I'm working on those things right now. And everything is gonna happen in his timing, so we're okay. But anyways, to answer the question, no, university did not prepare me for postgraduate. And if anyone's watching this and they want to talk about postgraduate things, we can come. I remember I met up with a girl. Two people now in the same week have told me, listen, if you can't get a job, I'm even scared for me. Don't look at other people because it will actually make you more depressed. I have a friend who literally, two friends that got a job right away after school. I said, all right. Actually, one of them hasn't even graduated yet. She's in a co-op. And they said, hey, you're graduating in January. This job is yours. All right. Okay. So don't look at other people because it'll actually mess you up even more. Anyways, let's actually even move on from this question. Some argue that university is a waste of time and money. Others believe it is a necessary investment for our future. What is your view? See, I'm African. There was no such thing as no university. That was a given. I don't know. This question is very, I don't want to say controversial, but it's very like, I see both sides to university and not having a degree. I think like I worked for Ambassador's Gray Line. Shout out Dennis Campbell, but he went to SMU and then dropped out, right? He went to SMU, dropped out, and now owns one of the biggest tourism companies in Canada. Like my guy's doing great for himself, and he didn't go to university. I think it depends on you and what you want to do. Obviously, if you want to do the whole the business path, you need to be someone who is driven, someone who has that passion, someone that knows that like you have to go down before it goes up. Do you know what I mean? Like you are going to hit rock bottom before things start looking good for you. I think you have to be disciplined and you have to be very zealous. If you have those traits and you want to go down that business path, I don't think you need university. If you know that like for what you want to do, you don't need university. However, you have these qualities that I just said, then no. At the same time, university for me, what I want to do, my goals technically didn't need a degree. However, it is a very good backup plan. It's a very good backup plan. For me, it's a safety net. I'm even doing my master's because actually, I don't want to speak on my things yet. I'm doing my master's, but I don't know. I think it just depends on what you want to do. Like obviously, if you want to be a doctor, yeah, let's be serious. If you want to go into social work, yeah, let's be serious. You obviously you're gonna need a degree. You're doing engineering. You know, if you want to have that life for yourself, I say get your degrees. Get your degrees, get your masters, get your PhDs, be a doctor. Come on now, get your bag. But university, I feel like if you don't want to go through all those, you know what I mean, to get that bag, get your university degree. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. But yeah, And choose wisely. Guys, choose wisely. Take your time when you're choosing. If you don't know what you want to do in life, take your time. Because the last thing that you need is go to university, spend that much amount of money, and be stuck. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would hate that. I would hate for someone to, go to school and do accounting and finance, and then, you've done those 4 years and that's not what you want to do anymore. So take your time in knowing what you want to do. I've always known what I wanted to do from the moment that I was in high school, I guess. I've always known what path I want to take. It's always been the business path. I'm the type of person where I don't do office work. You will not catch me in an office. I had an office this year for being a Black student coordinator. Was I in it? No. I was supposed to be in it. Oh, for sure. They would be wondering where I was. I don't do office work. I'm very community based. I want to be out talking to people, helping people. So look at me on a rant. Anyways, those are all the questions that was given to me. I hope this video has been helpful in some sort of form, shape or form. This is super exciting. If anyone wants to talk to me about other things, if you're going into university and you just need someone to talk to you, some tips and tricks, definitely give me a shout out. I will definitely talk to you, help you out, give you what I did and what you shouldn't do, and vice versa. I'm always here to give a helping hand, and a listening ear. So thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Remember that everyone's university journey is different. So if I have scared you or given you hope in any way, take lightly, yeah. But yeah, I hope I've helped someone. And good luck on your guys' university degrees. I love it. We love to see it. Like my queens and kings out there. I can't wait to see the future doctors and business people and whatever in the world. I will be around. I'll be back, and that's all. I don't know what he does for closing. I don't really know if this is YouTube or not. Anyways, all my content era. Yeah. How do I do this? Bye.